Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the vlog today. Very excited to be here. This is actually going to be a little bit of a shorter episode because I actually want to talk about something very interesting. I wanted to talk about getting married young. And this is really my opinion on getting married young. I'm talking about like in your, I want to say like, let me define getting married young. Getting married in your early 20s, that young. I want to talk about that because I've been hearing a lot of different things about getting married young and the pros and the cons and things like that. And I feel like it's really good for me to speak on it, considered I am 22 years old and I am married. I actually got married at age 20, so I've been married for 2 years. So I think I'm a pretty good person to talk about this, and I'm talking about it because I'm seeing it happen more within my own high school grade, which is class of 2013. Shout out to you guys. And I'm looking on YouTube and social media, and I'm seeing people get married younger and younger, almost as if we're going back in time to an era where people got married young and it was okay. There was a time when I want to say maybe in the 80s, 90s, and even early 2000s where getting married young was taboo. It was almost as if you got married young, you're dumb, and what are you doing, and stop that, you idiot. You know, the idea of you got to go to college first and then, graduate and then get married and then have kids, that's kind of taken a toll and turned around in the recent years. And it's almost as if people don't even go down that track anymore, which I think is definitely something to talk about. But I'm talking about this now because I think it's important, because I think people out there who are young think to themselves, oh, I can't get married now, or I can't do it, or, I don't have the ability to, or I have to go to college first. You don't have to do any of that stuff to get married. If you love somebody and you enjoy their company, you love being around them, and you just, without a shadow of a doubt in your mind, you're just like, I'm going to be with this person for the rest of my life until I die, then there's a good chance that you should probably go ahead and get married. Of course, you're going to say, okay, well, the statistics for young marriage is very high divorce rate, and I understand that. There's a high statistic for black people dying before age 21 or going to jail or getting shot, and I've done none of those three. So statistics mean very little to me. Although they are important, I feel as though you don't take statistics to heart. You have to realize that everyone is different, every relationship is different, and you have to take into consideration who you are and why you want to get married. Going into it realizing that you're not there to change the person, going into it realizing that you're going to grow and you're going to change as people, and you're not going to be the same person as you grow. I think that's Timothy right there. I think he agrees with me. You agree? Yeah, okay. Getting with somebody knowing that you're not trying to change them, that is really the core of getting married. And people say, well, I see my parents and their marriage went terribly, and blah, blah, blah. Listen, you are not your parents. Your parents aren't you, and your parents had a marriage just like the parents down the street, but they've been married for 30 years. Your parents were married for 6. But guess what? Everyone's different. So your parents are not the definition of marriage. The definition of marriage is whatever you make it. So to me, as a young person, I feel as though there are a lot of important things to marriage, like finances and knowing where to live and having jobs and making sure you have compatibility and all these other things. For example, we live in this beautiful apartment, as you can see. And this is something we had to make sure we had, because I couldn't have my wife living in a cardboard box. So if you say to yourself, well, I don't have a job yet, then you should probably get one of those before you get married. I'm just saying. But when it comes to the love part, when it comes to the compatibility, things like that, age, to me, young 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, it doesn't matter. If you're ready, you're ready. And especially, and I'm a Christian. A lot of you guys out there are not Christians. I understand that. But in my Christian, not only just Christian culture, but in my culture in general, we learn to get married before we have sex and have kids and stuff like that. Not everyone did that. There are even some Christians now who didn't do that because they learned after they became Christians. The point I'm trying to make is that everyone's path is different, and you have to respect that path. So to me, if you are out there, you're saying, I got this ring and it's burning in my pocket and I'm ready to give it to my gal, give it to her. If you're a girl and you're like, I'm with this guy, but he's just not ready to get married, he's just not prepared, he's just not in it to win it, then you should probably reconsider your relationship, because if you're not in it for the same reasons, then why are you in it at all? Gotta think. So there are plenty of you out there who are like, oh, I totally disagree with this guy. You know, he sounds ignorant and naive and he's young, you know, so blah, blah, blah. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Yes, there's plenty of old people out there. Hello, old people who have been in many relationships and many marriages, who believe love is dead. Look at me. I'm sorry you feel that way, and I'm sorry they hurt you. I really am. But love still exists. And it exists within all of us. And I'm sorry your marriage failed 5, 6, or 7 times, and every relationship you ever had only lasted for a few years before you got cheated on. But guess what? That is not everybody. And yes, the young heart does wander, and it does think to itself, and it does say, I would love to explore and do and go. But not every person is going to cheat or lie or any of that mess that you probably went through. So, old person who is watching this who thinks I am naive, I apologize on your behalf, because you don't mean to think like that, because you've been through it. I've been through a lot too. A lot of relationships. I've seen a lot of marriages fail. But what it comes down to is individuality. Who are we as individuals? We are not the same as our parents, and our parents are not the same as our grandparents. So what we have to do, young people, is think and act. If we feel as though we are ready to get married, we're old enough to go to college for 4 years. We're old enough to get jobs. We're old enough to get apartments and pets. Look, I got a pet bird. That takes a lot of responsibility. If we're able to do stuff like that, then whether or not we should get married is totally up to us. So, to me, to my own opinion in the life that I currently live, I think getting married young is fabulous. And if you are a young couple and you are watching this, I hope that you take advantage of that love, that dedication you have for each other, and I hope it lasts forever. In that, thank you guys so much for watching this. And you know, whatever relationship you get in, remember I am a Christian, so I am a little biased, but whatever relationship you get in, make sure it's guided by God. Make sure you keep God first, and make sure you always, you know, find Him in whatever you do. And even before you get married, seek His grace, seek His wisdom before you do it. I'm a Christian. That's just how I think. You may not think that way, but that is how I think. This is my video. Shut it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And anybody out there who's watching this, you know, just, I hope you take this into consideration. Young people who might want to get married. Older people who I was talking to who may have been thinking that I was naive or stupid, I apologize if I hurt your feelings. But that's my point, and I'm done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. There's a link above this video on Facebook where you can subscribe to my channel, my vlog. That'd be great. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day and a better tomorrow. I'll see you guys later.